Coming to you from the Radio for One studios in Franklin, Michigan. Welcome to the Detroit Cast.
Big fan.
A show not just free of charge, but free of FCC regulations.
Thank you for your support of the Detroit Cast.
Oh, there it is.
And without further delay, it's showtime. Please welcome the Detroit Cast. Here are your hosts, Mike and Jay.
Hey, everybody, welcome to the Detroit Cast. Mike and Jay. Shalom, Biggie. Hi, Jay.
Michael, how are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
Very well.
You look bundled up to me. It's like
Cold
90
down here,
degrees
man.
out.
Dude, it may be 90 degrees out, but you've got your air cranked to like 50.
You saying there's a nip in the air down here?
There's
A
a
little
nip.
A little bit of a nip.
There almost
All right.
always is to me. That's why when people sometimes I'll see
okay.
people saying like, "Oh, wearing long sleeve in the 100 degrees."
Yeah,
it's
Mike
not.
will be-
It's never 100
Dude,
degrees
it's
down here.
fucking cold down
Yeah.
here.
Well, it's better than when it's hot as balls. Cause
I would agree.
yeah.
I would agree.
I'm okay. I'd
That's
rather
the
wear a
worst.
long sleeve T-shirt and be fine than have it be hot as shit down here. I agree.
Yeah, agreed.
Gentlemen, how was your break?
It was very good. I feel like I'm having to relearn how to do this. Like
It
I don't know
seemed
what.
long,
I don't
didn't
know.
it?
Yeah, I don't know what to say to you or
Yeah.
E or anyone else. It's like, how do you do this?
Well, you first talk about the weather. That gets everyone's attention.
Thank God you wore a long sleeve shirt,
Yeah.
so I had something to talk
Yeah, I
about.
know.
Otherwise, I would have just sat here and gone,
I know what
someone
to say.
else take the ball, I suppose.
We can thank Joel for doing another nice best of that
Guy's
posted
good.
for us last week.
He's
Yeah.
good. The fact that he hates E so much, Andy does great best ofs. I mean, he's a win. He's a win on every level.
Let me ask you this too. Is it cool now to chew gum on the air? Is that what we're doing? Or
You know, okay.
Trying to be Mr. Badass over here.
yeah, what?
Can you hear it, or you just
yeah,
saw?
you do need to relearn
I
this.
forgot.
don't you?
I forgot how to.
Fucking chewing gum, man. We're in episode what? 1087.
And that's the first time, and you got to call me out.
Holy
you gotta,
shit,
You
man.
got to call me out in front of our audience for chewing gum. What are you like? That
Our audience
teacher?
noticed you were chewing gum. I
I was.
guarantee.
It's
man.
gone. It's gone. Let it go.
It's gone.
How was your weekend?
Very well.
Yeah. Did you
Very
do
good.
anything fun?
Yeah.
Did you blow off any fireworks?
Not a lot of fire. I watched a lot of World Cup, Mike. You didn't watch any, did you? You son of a bitch. You had homework, man.
I watched a little bit, and I can't remember what teams I watched though.
Man.
Yeah, I
It's a
watched
really good
little
tournament.
bit. Viewership is down in the U.S.
Who cares?
Bigly.
Who cares?
Bigly. Like
Don't care.
48%.
So?
Well, just saying.
Homers. If you
What did you
can't
get in-
appreciate the beautiful game, I don't know what to tell you.
I enjoyed the fact that I saw. Am I spoiling shit if I say what happened to?
Cares.
Yeah, it's very good. We lose in.
Yeah, it was nice to see Russia lose.
Yeah, I didn't care that they lost, but I loved seeing like grown men with painted faces sobbing in the stands.
You see that
was
with every
cool.
team. That has struck Manny and I. Like grown men, doesn't matter what Brazil, whoever's being knocked out at that
Yeah.
point in time, they show these grown men faces painted and just weeping
It's
for their
weird.
national team.
It's weird.
Yeah, I
kind of
agree,
is.
man. I mean, isn't a more manly reaction to fuck?
Yeah,
You know,
punch
God
someone.
Damn it!
Don't sit like a girl and
yeah, you
cry in
just
the
sit-
stands.
and they all do their hands to their face. Like,
Oh, it's like, dude, you're gonna be a meme. You're a meme now.
Fuck.
You're crying with your face painted. You look like an asshole.
watched a lot of World Cup.
I did enjoy, though. I got to tell you, the people posting on Twitter, like in some bar in Europe, for 20 seconds, and it's like
Yes.
when the team scores and the
Yes.
place goes
Loses their shit.
fucking berserk. Like we've seen that in all sports, football around here. You know, town goes nuts. It's to a different. There's nude people in the bar, just
Definitely.
nude,
Definitely.
and going berserk. That's cool to see.
Yeah.
I would think E would appreciate that.
I do. Actually, that's where, to me, that's where I know you guys. You said Twitter, but that's where more I really, really enjoy Snapchat because I would more enjoy watching people's Snapchats like from the game,
Yeah.
like in their stories, than like even the real fucking game because I love seeing people in the stands and like this is that person's reaction and
Yeah.
seeing what it looks
It's cool.
like from their seat or the bars where they're celebrating. I think that's awesome.
So what was the game? What was the game I missed that I should have seen?
You know,
Sounds like all of them.
yeah, Belgium Brazil was awesome.
I heard that. I didn't see it.
Yeah, no, you have to see Belgium France. Belgium France is going to be stellar on Tuesday, Mike.
Okay, that's Tuesday. What
I'm-
time
I'm
Tuesday?
forcing you.
Okay, all right.
Like 10 a.m. or something.
Oh shit. All right. I'll record it. I'll get to it. Anything else, or did you
I
just
actually-
stay inside and watch soccer all weekend?
I watched an inordinate amount of TV, to be honest. We got
Good.
outside and did our shit, but I also watched. I was inspired by Isis. I watched all 3 Back to the Futures.
Nice.
Oh
nice.
Me and the little tiny girl, my sweet pie.
Did they
Yes.
hold up?
Let me tell you something. Number 1 is great.
It's great,
That is
yeah.
a really good movie.
And she liked Tiny Girl liked
she
it?
loved it. Number
Really?
2 and 3 could totally do without.
Ugh,
Yeah.
Here's my
disagree,
take on number
obviously,
one, though.
but-
This is the biggest thing to me. Crispin Glover is a fucking freak. The guy who plays George, the dad,
Yes.
Yeah.
he is so weird.
Yeah.
It's so off-putting, it almost ruins the movie.
Really?
He's so odd, man.
Like how-
he plays
he's
that
such a
role and
dork,
he,
but-
he overplays. I've not seen overacting like that since Jeff Daniels in Dumb and Dumber.
Ooh, that's a shot, especially locally.
those two
I do know
roles,
what you're
dude,
talking about, that.
It's like, yeah, you're a dork, you're a nerd. I get, but he's plays it in such an odd way.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see someone else cast in that.
Well, you did in 2 and 3.
Well,
I know, I
it's
know.
not even,
no, I
it's
know.
non-existent
I'm
in those
kidding.
two.
I was just joking because he didn't do his
But
infamous
wasn't
not
that
doing
kind of
it.
the point of the role, that he was such a dork?
But he's such. I guess you got to watch it again and tell
Yeah.
me what you think of him.
I
He's
will.
weird. He
Yeah.
really acts weird in it.
So 2 and 3 though,
2 and 3.
I've heard
kinda
people
blow,
love
dude.
like 3. Is it 3 they like more than
No,
2?
No,
He's
most
just
people
loves
don't
two.
like. Most
Don't like
people
3,
don't
the
like
Western?
3. I like 3. It is not my favorite, but 2 is my favorite personally. But
Really?
yeah,
Here's the thing, man.
I don't know that I ever
they,
saw 'em,
They
to be
just
honest
don't
with you.
need to be done. They started to get too complicated with multiple Martys and scenes.
that's why I like it.
Yeah.
I know. It's clever, but it just
Well, if
it's
you-
a bit too
Wasn't
much.
that the one where they had a problem with the girlfriend being in the car at the end of 1, and then when they decided to make 2, they had to find a way
Well,
to
they
ditch
switched
the
out
They
the
never
girlfriend,
plan on,
by
as
the
I
way.
said in my
Elizabeth
This Day in
Shue.
History.
Yeah.
They
Was it
never
you that taught us that, E?
They never plan on doing a 2. They didn't want to, but it was just one of those money things. Like,
Yeah.
dude, you throw some money at some dude and be like, come on, make it. Like, why not? And good for him because he hasn't done much since then as far as big name stuff. So
Well, here's the thing also that bothered me. The Biff bit over and over. The come on, McFly. Yeah, what are you,
Yeah.
stupid McFly? In every movie he's doing, and that's part of
Was it number
know, that's-
2?
that's part of what what anchors you is, oh, here's Biff being Biff again, or
Yeah.
Buford, his ancestor, whatever.
Sure.
But they're replaying the same fucking scenes. and
see,
it's
I
just
love
like,
that. That's honestly
Is
one
it
of the
number
reasons
2
I like
where
it.
he becomes like a Trump character?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah,
and it
Biff
was
takes over the
top.
world with the sports
Yeah,
book.
yeah.
Spoiler alert. Sorry.
Oh, boy. Yeah, ruined it for people. So you stayed in, you watched soccer, and you watched the movies. It was the most gorgeous weekend
Oh,
ever.
I was outside plenty too.
Were you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was too, man. I spent
That's what I saw.
a lot of time outside. You guys be proud of me.
I noticed that too, man. It sort of
Yeah.
like took Twitter by storm. It took social media by storm.
Absolutely.
Mike out of the house in a boat that wasn't photoshopped.
It wasn't. I was shocked at how many people were like, "Oh my God, he's out of the house." I'm like, I do get out of the fucking house, man. I don't just stay in the house all day. But it was dangerous. Yeah. Did I take a risk this weekend? I did. And I went on the boat. I had a blast, man, hanging
Good.
out with T-Roy and dudes.
Got some sun.
Yeah, I did, man.
Your
I was-
virgin skin is.
Oh, we were out there playing
Pink.
games, dude, and take your boat, park at a sandbar. We were on Walled Lake and just like playing frisbee games, trying to knock beer cans off dude. It was fun as shit. Just sitting out there floating around with a beer in your hand. Ah, yeah.
It's lake living, man.
No, it's great. It's great. But we had a real scare this weekend too.
Oh,
4th of July, they did on the 3rd of July. They had the big fireworks like they do on the lakes by you.
yeah.
In Brighton, where my parents live, they all go. There's a golf course. They all sit in the fairway and watch the big fireworks display. Same type of shit. And so my sister and Jen and Reed and Madison, their 2 kids have been in town for almost 2 weeks, and so they're like, "Oh, we'll all go to the fireworks thing." And I didn't go, but my mom and dad took Chris and Jen and the kids down there. And I guess one of the kids gave Reed, like, "Oh yeah, you want a glow stick thing toy?"
He
And
bit
was like,
it, didn't he?
He didn't bite it, no. But he played with it the whole time, had a blast with it. He was a big fan of the glowing stick. And so at the end of the fireworks, my mom is like, "Hey, go give the toy back to the little girl that gave it to you, or little boy that gave it to you." And so Reed, it's like from me to the couch, right? I don't know, 15, 20 feet away.
He hucked it.
And so Reed goes over there and goes to give the thing back, and the kid goes, "Oh, you can keep it." And he's ecstatic. He is jacked that he gets to keep this. Well, Madison follows
Does
him.
he know it runs out?
I don't know.
He's soon to learn.
It
The
was-
glow stick runs out in like an hour.
So his directive
Oh,
was
poor
go
Ede.
hand from Grandma, my mom, give the glow stick back and come back. Now he's met with, I get to keep this motherfucker? Holy shit, this is the greatest day ever. And so he decides to about face to the left and go ask one of the other kids, "You sure I can keep this?" Well, Madison, the 2-year-old, follows him over there. And so like 15 seconds later, Madison comes back alone.
Oh, Ede.
And
Where'd he go?
so my sister goes, "Hey, where's Reed?" And she's like, oh. And my sister goes, "What? Reed?
Oh, no.
Motherfucker is gone." gone. The town flips the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like the whole.
It's like Adam Walsh.
Dude,
Right?
Yeah. Except he wasn't. Wasn't Adam
wasn't decapitated?
decapitated. No,
No.
Reed still has
Good.
his head
Good.
on his shoulders. So they are convinced. My sister's convinced that he's fallen into the lake and drowned, and she is losing her fucking shit. They have people on golf courts with flashlights. 911 is called.
No shit.
30 minutes. They can't find Reed.
Where's
he was
that little son of a
15
bitch?
seconds. He was 15 feet away. He's gone. Jin is in the lake.
God, man.
He's on the banks of the lake looking for this kid. My sister is absolutely losing her shit.
It's a good thing we don't have dinosaurs here. you
Yeah, no
know?
kidding.
If we had like that would be the
Could you
assumption.
imagine?
Dinosaur
Reed would
got
be
him.
delicious.
Yeah.
Too. At his size,
Chinese food.
absolutely. Yeah.
What? Go. Finish.
He would be delicious.
Who doesn't like Chinese food?
Right. Right. No, I got it the first time. Anyway, so 30 minutes later, they still can't find. My sister's literally having a heart attack, hysterical. Her kid's drowned, and it turns out the son of a bitch took an about face, went the wrong way. Maddie comes back, and some guy was like, he's like, yeah, I don't know where my parents are, and he's like, oh, okay. Picks him up and takes him to the clubhouse. Doesn't pick him up and go, hey, anyone missing a kid? Anyone missing a kid? I found one. Appears to be part Chinese at least. No, just takes the fucking kid to the clubhouse. Nobody says anything.
Yeah.
And the search party, and so I'm like, my sister took at least 2-3 years off her life worrying about it. And so, and it was like, how's Reed doing? Was clueless, had no
Yeah.
idea what was going on. He's in the clubhouse having a blast. No idea.
over
Some
there
guy in a tiger's hat. Some guy in a tiger's hat took me over here.
Oh man.
Yeah, so that's how the week started for vacation, and then I went to a barbecue in Detroit.
What?
Yeah, and it was awesome. I took Deuce with me. Deuce and I went to this barbecue with Chris and Jen. And remember the girl that did our logo by hand, the and sign? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Hazel. Hazel has
Oh,
a
yeah,
party.
was that her-
Formerly known as.
Yeah, what's her name, really?
Kristen Poplinsky, but whatever. It's irrelevant. Fine, she's Hazel.
Can we back up? Can you tell this story?
I don't know. Like, she was my sister's roommate in college, right?
Named Kristen.
Kristen, yeah. And for some reason, she changed her name to Hazel at some point after college. But I learned this weekend that her dad was a truck driver.
So we just skip over that.
Yeah.
We just leave that there.
I probably shouldn't even tell this story, but her dad was a truck driver,
Okay.
and he's got another trucker friend of his is like, yeah, good buddy, out here on the road. Yeah, Paul, if you're going by Oakland University, make sure you look up to the apartment complex. Top floor, you see these girls up there are constantly topless in the window. Constantly nude, walking around the house. He's like, oh, excellent, I'll check that out. It's his daughter and my sister.
What the fuck?
What the fuck are you doing walking around topless in the... And she's like, I don't know. We were 19. I don't, out of the shower, whatever.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So anyways, we go there. And the eclectic mix of people that showed up, Jay. You would have just been... I was in awe.
Would I have been gobsmacked?
You would have been gobsmacked at a minimum. Or as he would say, at a minimal. Guy shows up and it's like, wow, that's a bright pink hat. Like fedora. This dude shows up. I'm not kidding you. And it's painted on leopard skin pants. Right? He's got the mustache, blonde mustache, leopard skin pants painted on, 3 to 4 inch heeled boots.
Now I got you.
A top, and I say this on purpose. He's wearing a top that is also matching leopard skin and a boa.
Okay.
It is also leopard. It is head to toe leopard skin on a man that's 6'2", 100 pounds. And it was the fucking greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. It was awesome.
Lead singer, the Struts, or what?
These guys showed up and it was like, okay, they eat birdseed and grass clippings.
Yeah.
They just do. Every one of them showed up with sausages.
Okay.
Even Kowalski.
Nice.
Yeah, from Polish town. So that was how my my weekend was. Isis, you want to mention how your weekend was?
I guess I can. Magical, I suppose.
Of course it was.
It was. I would say magical is how I describe it.
Solo camping?
Solo camping up in the UP by the Tequamanon Falls.
How are the falls?
Fucking incredible.
Still there?
Still
yeah,
falling?
they're there. Water's falling down.
Great.
No, I don't know how to. I don't know how to explain it. I meant to. I meant
Did you meditate?
the nature was the hiking was a meditation, Mike. I mean, body highs.
You
off
didn't.
the,
No.
Do you have tons of body highs?
I think my entire Wednesday and Thursday was a body high.
Wowie.
And Friday. So
He's exploring his consciousness.
it was like as I said before, I did this solo thing, so like I had no plans. I had no schedule, nothing like that. So like I was camping in the State Falls state ground, and so I could just from my campground walk right down to the falls. On July 4th, man, I was sitting in the Tequamanon Falls in the lower falls where you can actually sit inside it and let it fall over you and shit. And it's like 4th of July, and I'm just looking out here. I'm like, this is fucking incredible.
No fireworks though.
No, I didn't see any fireworks. And then my phone
Was
didn't
anyone
work.
else there, or was it just you?
What do you mean? I mean, there was people at the campground and shit, but I was the only one who went.
Yeah, I
Solo
mean, did you
trip.
hang out with people though?
No, didn't hang out with nobody. I just fucking just myself. I hung out with a guy named Eric Fady, and I
To get to know him a little better.
I got to know him a little better, and he's a pretty nice guy. It turns
You
out.
looked inward.
Yeah. No, it was incredible though. Like, because from my campsite, I could hike to all these different trails, and I had, there's no, like I said, no schedule. So like one day, I freaking left the campsite on Wednesday, like 11, and I didn't get back till after 6.
Well, what's it
I
got to
just
do with
freaking
me?
walked. I went on this one trail. I didn't see a fucking human for like 2.5 hours. Just
Nice.
fucking walking down this trail, man. And then I went and got lunch at like a pub that was by the falls, and then another 5 miles back to the place.
Let me ask you this: what'd you lose?
Nothing. Nothing.
What? You
Here's
didn't
the-
take anything, did you?
I had my phone with me and shit. I
Did
mean,
you go pick up your wallet on the way?
Yeah, I did. And then like Friday, so I went Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Friday, I drove up to Pictured Rocks. I wanted the kayak, but unfortunately, I not think.
Pictured rocks.
Well,
Gonna
what's
let
her-
that go.
Oh, I don't. Oh, yeah. How I say, who gives a shit? But I don't know how to say.
Serene setting in nature.
Pictured rocks.
I went to Pictured Rocks.
So I I was gonna try to go kayaking, but all the guided tours were full because it was holiday weekend, and it was a last minute thing. So then I just fucking drove along the road through that forest. It's a national shoreline, I
Did
guess.
you think about stowing away? You're just a single person.
No,
No?
because no, I did not.
I'm surprised you
Stowaway
didn't-
on a kayak?
Oh, there were single kayaks. I thought
Yeah,
it was like
yeah.
a boat that went out.
No, I wanted a kayak. I wanted to do a guided thing, but I wanted the kayak.
Just sit back and hear it dance.
But so I did that. So then that day, man, I didn't have any, like I said, I didn't have any plans. So I just fucking jetted down that whole northern shore of the UP, and just every fucking chance, like, sometimes you do these trips and it feels like if you have a schedule or you have 5 people with you, and somebody now wants to go to the bathroom. Now somebody's sick of driving around. They want to go back to the hotel or something. But it's just fucking me.
Nobody weighed E down.
Nobody
No
weighed
way.
me fucking down. So I fucking drove through that state national like kind of thing, and just stopped at every fucking
Just took it
every
in.
outlet, every little hiking trail, every fucking thing. It took me, I don't know, 5 hours worth of driving. You probably could have done it in an hour, maybe even less. Maybe I did it for 8 hours. I don't even know how long the time was. I just fucking.
Not to
incre-
depress you, E, but let me ask you this: at any point in time, did you think it'd be cool to have someone with me
No.
to share this with?
Nope.
I was going to
No.
ask you, Jay, could you
Not
do
at all.
that? Would you feel comfortable just going, I'm going up north by myself and I'm just going to wander for 3 days?
I wouldn't mind. I mean,
Let me say this. I'll answer.
there's like realistically, there's no way in fuck I could pull that off. Right?
Well,
I have
no,
a family,
obviously.
and there's no way I
Right.
can leave for 3 days and go.
But I could, and I won't.
yeah,
Like it just seems.
Well, I'll answer it. I'll answer this. Now that I've talked, I really this.
like would I drive myself crazy? Like, what are you asking?
Like, would you be if you were on your own? Say, Gavin, the kids all died tragically.
if I were
Horrible-
you, would I go-
horrible
would
house
I go-
fire? They're gone, and we.
What kind of
give me
insurance
thoughts and
proceeds do I have?
Huge. I mean, you've made out like a
Yes,
band. You've got
then I go
more
do
money
this.
than you can
Yes.
you can possibly spend. Would it be like I got to get away, clear my head of what was my family that's no longer here? I'm going up north by
I
myself.
go, but then I start to get paranoid. Like, what if something happens to me? I just came into this windfall,
Yeah.
right?
Does
This
anyone
personal
know?
windfall.
They're
Everything's
looking at me
great now,
weird.
right?
Yeah.
Am I going to ruin this by getting murdered?
Well, don't tell anybody that you came into the windfall. If you can keep your fucking trap shut,
Hmm.
you'll be fine.
That's a bad way of wording it. He should have just asked you if he was Mike, would you do it? No, because just the notion of like insurance.
No, because he knows Mike would get lost and never be found.
No,
again,
but
like
if
fall
he
off a
is
cliff
you,
or
that's the point. If you switch lives into like a Freaky Friday
So I
situation.
get to bang Gavin. I've got kids.
I don't
now.
know that I'd go that far. I don't know. That's a long drive. But I wouldn't mind doing things on my own. I don't mind being alone.
Let me
Yeah.
answer it this way.
But I would most like to share that with someone.
See, that's how I feel. Totally.
Here's the thing. I really. This is gonna sound. You guys. I don't. Rip me for this, but I've been saying it already on social media. It doesn't matter. This fucking changed my life, man. This weekend, I think, changed my fucking
Really?
life. It was that impactful.
More than the
it was,
forest?
It was the most rewarding thing I have ever done by myself. Like, and so here's the, and like, and
What
I
was
said,
so rewarding about it? Just what you saw, or did you have
Everything.
to survive something? Did you
No,
come
no,
under
no.
dire circumstances?
no. Well, the thing is, like, for one, I definitely struggle with the fact that I drink too much at times, and so like I noticed that when I go on vacations, a lot of times I do things. But a lot of times my trips are like to get somewhere, and then really I'm just day drinking all day. Like, oh, let me go somewhere. Let me go to Chicago. But then it just becomes me drinking in bars all day.
In Chicago.
Sure.
Oh, so I'm in
Getting
Chicago,
thrown out
but
of
really
home
I'm just
for
drinking.
Yeah.
and being an asshole.
And so like this, I drank. I brought up a case of beer. I have some beer left from Electric Forest, and I bought another case, thinking that I'll drink these. I know, but I did though. My point is, I bought that. I didn't even open up the other one, and I didn't finish the shit that
I
I
don't
had.
blame you for doing that. Like that's probably the last thing I would want to do. Sit up there and drink
Drink
alone.
a case of beer by yourself. Yeah, in the woods.
But what you're missing is that. But what you're missing is that
That's normal, man.
But not for me.
Would it
Not
be more
for me,
acceptable
though.
to
I'm
take
talking.
shrooms or acid or something?
Probably.
But
yeah.
that's not the point, though. It doesn't matter what the fuck anyone
Take
else.
a couple joints up there. Yeah,
Well,
There
totally.
you go,
fucking
there you go.
irrelevant. Like the point is, I would
They're
though.
just slamming a case of beer.
Drinks and beers.
But I
old
didn't
Milwaukee.
though. You know what? That's the fucking point though. Is I bought this other case and I didn't even finish the shit I already had. So my point is, I thought
So
that
you
I
want
might,
credit for like being a normal
No,
human?
no,
at
I
this
don't want
point.
credit.
I think normal humans. That's how they would.
that's
how
not
they would
what I'm
do it.
saying at all. What I'm saying is,
Well, don't
is
get mad at us, E. Your life was changed this weekend. Be happy
well,
that
I'm
happened.
saying that that's the point. I had these days where I thought that honestly, what I thought originally was I might walk around for like an hour, and then I might read a book for a little bit, and then I might just listen to music and
Yeah.
drink a little bit and shit. And I almost didn't drink at all. Like that's my point. Like I bought this other extra case and I didn't even open it. And
Okay,
I
so
didn't-
tell us how else your life was changed.
that's a big part of it, man. Like I realized that like the hiking, going on these hikes were so incredibly amazing, and nature was just so fucking beautiful. And
Serendipitous.
and I want to start doing trips like this. Like I'm like, why don't I?
E, we're not belittling your trip
I know
or your experience.
I know
Go
you're.
on.
I don't even care. It doesn't matter. My point is, like, I just realized, oh my god, dude, I found this fucking just like EDM. Like, I would never be able to go to Faster Horses sober, really, like, and enjoy it. But I can go to EDM like at the last day of the Electric Forest where I didn't drink at all. You know, I had two beers at like lunch or something. But I can go into the forest and the music and enjoy it sober. And that's and then
E,
now
if you needed this time to realize that you don't need beer to fucking fuel you every day,
that's not what I'm saying.
then I'm very happy for you. And genuinely,
actually not what I'm saying.
I'm glad that happened to you.
That's my
because
point,
there
though.
are social situations where I have a few beers. That's totally normal. But had you come back and been like, dude, I only drank a case and a half, I'd have been like, you're fucked, man. You sat up there alone and drank a case and a half beer?
whatever. But no, that's not my point. I remember I
Just
used to
being
think
honest.
I wouldn't think he's fucked.
I used
just
to
for the
thi-
record. I think that's normal.
I wouldn't even care. But I used to think, though, I used to actually did wonder, like, I think I like camping. I think I like doing these trips. But do I really just like going somewhere and drinking? And, like, I found out this weekend that, oh, my God, it was incredible. And I didn't do that.